Hello guys, hope all of you doing well. So today we will discuss AS7 construction contract. Construction contracts. AS7 is what? Construction contracts. So AS accounting standard number 7, construction contracts. Okay, that is there in your syllabus. So we are discussing group 1 and paper 5 financial accounting under that construction contract. Okay, so I am referring from your material only, so I will give you the introduction about construction contract. So as we discussed earlier, the purpose of accounting standard is giving some guidance or procedures, practices to account the particular transactions, correct? Many type of areas where we need some guidance actually. So in previous classes we discussed how to value the inventory, valuation of inventory, and also AS1 is talks about fundamental accounting assumptions, that is going concern, consistency, accrual, all those things we discussed in previous classes. So today we are going to discuss about construction contract. What is this construction contracts? What is construction? I hope all of you having a basic idea about construction, right? Like construction of dam, bridge, and even buildings, everything is construction only. Okay, so then why there is a separate accounting standard for construction contracts? How this businesses differs from other business? So generally what will happen in other business, whenever we are producing or whenever we are manufactured, we used to make a sale, correct? Whenever we are making sales, we will account that as a sales in our books of accounts, correct? Whenever we are selling the goods, that time for that period we will account it as that particular item as a sales, correct? But in case of construction contract, what will happen? Normally construction means a large construction generally will take more than 1 year, correct? More than 1 year to complete the contract. To completion of building or completion of dam, bridge will not be completed within 1 year normally. It will take normally more than 3 to 5 years time, correct? It will take 3 to 5 years to construct a dam, bridge, building or big complexes. So the point is construction contract deals with if the project is more than 1 year. In such case, how to account the expenses and income in the books of accounts? Because there is no sales actually, because we have not delivered the product, we have not delivered the asset to the customer, correct? We have not delivered the asset to the customer because it is not yet completed. Contract is not yet completed. Construction is not yet completed. So we are unable to sell at the first year. First year I do some work, second year I do some work, third year I do some work, fourth year I do some work, fifth year only the contract is completed, correct? First year cost, I would have incurred something 100 rupees, so our example 100 crores. Second year I would have incurred 200 crores. Third year I would have incurred 150 crores. Fourth year I would have incurred 100 crores. Fifth year I would have incurred 50 crores. The point is, every year I am incurring cost in construction contract. Fifth year only I am completing. Assume the project, assume the building worth is sales figure is 1000 crore. Sales figure is how much? 1000 crore. If you add all these items, how much is coming? 100 plus 200, 300. 300 plus 150, 450, 450 plus 100, 550, 550 plus 50, 600. Together cost is how much? 600 and sales is how much? 1000 crore. What is my profit? 400 crore profit. But when the contract is completed, whether it is completed in first year or second year or third year or fourth year or fifth year only it is completed. So after completion of fifth year, for completion of total building, my total contract price is 1000 crore. My total contract price is 1000 crore, but I am incurring cost from the first year itself. Now the question is actually I am completing my project in fifth year only. Normally, what is the rule? Whenever we are selling, whenever we are delivering the goods, we will collect the money from the customer. You got it or not? Whenever you are transferring the rights and risk, then only you will collect the money from the customer. Correct or not? Sale of Goods Act, remember. But here the construction is not completed in first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Fifth year only it is completed, but I am incurring cost every year. So remember the matching concept. Remember the matching concept and accrual concept. What is this matching concept? The cost should be matched with the related revenue, correct? The revenue and cost should be matched for the particular period in simple terms. Okay, so by applying the matching concept, by applying the accrual concept, we have to put some figure for first year, we have to put some figure for second year, we have to put some figure for third year, fourth year, fifth year as a revenue. You got it or what I am saying? Even though the contract is completed only fifth year, total revenue is 1000 crore, but some portion we have to allocate to the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So that is the major objective of this standard. That is the major objective of this standard. Why? Because cost is incurred every year, but there is no proportionate revenue allocated because the contract is completed only on fifth year. Then only I will get money. It is not like that. I have to proportionately allocate some revenue every year. First year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Okay, that is the objective of this accounting standard. Okay, so the next question you can ask me, so if I want to allocate some revenue for every year, what is the amount I should allocate for first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sir? Because you said that the contract is completed only on fifth year only we should get this 1000 crore. It is not like that, you said, and there should be some revenue should be allocated because we have to match the cost versus revenue. The incurred cost related revenue we have to match it because matching concept and accrual concept also. Okay, when the cost is accrued, the related revenue also is accrued. Correct or not? When the cost is incurred, the related revenue is also accrued for that period. Okay, so by applying this concept, what is the amount I should put for the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year? That we will discuss. Before that, you should understand what are the types of contracts. So types of contracts, in the sense they are talking about the nature of like I said, no, contract price is 1000 crore. Contract price, how much I said, revenue 1000 crore. This 1000 crore can be arrived by two type. One is fixed price contract. Fixed price contract. Okay. Another one is cost plus contract. Cost plus contract. Fixed price contract means two person will be there. One is contractor and another person is contractee. That is customer. Contractee is customer. Okay. Contractor may be like builder. You can say, assume he is a builder. So fixed price contract means A, B. Contractor is A, contract is B. Assume contractor is A, contract is B. So A is saying, give me 1000 crore. Simply 1000 crore, I will construct this dam. Simply 1000 crore you give me, I will construct this dam. Whatever the cost I will manage, A will manage, but B has to pay 1000 crore. That is fixed price contract. That is fixed price contract. Okay, there will not be any internal things and all. B will not worry. He will simply pay 1000 crore to A. A has to take care construction of this dam. Whatever the cost, A has to manage. That is fixed price contract. Okay, and the cost plus contract. Cost plus contract, say for example, whatever the cost incurred by A, plus A is saying you should give me 50 crore margin. You should give me, who should give? B should give 50 crore margin to A, meaning my cost is 950 crores. My cost is how much? 950 crores. So 950 plus 50 crore is my margin. My margin means whose margin? A's margin. So 950 plus 50 equal to 1000 crore. This is cost plus contract. My cost I incurred 950 crore. Whatever the cost I am incurring, on that cost plus 50 crore should be my price. That is what B should pay to A. Okay. So B has to pay 1000 crore because 950 crores incurred by A, plus A is asking 50 crore margin. That is cost plus contract, means cost plus margin. That is what they are saying, cost plus contract. Got it? Cost plus profit. Okay. Cost plus margin, cost plus profit contract. Okay. This is, you have to understand for 1 mark purpose or theory purpose also. They will ask in maths the following: fixed price contract. They will give AS7 as an answer. You have to choose AS7. Cost plus contract, like that. Okay. So we will discuss further now. So the next point is applicability. Okay. Whom this AS7 is applicable? Construction contract is AS7 is applicable. Whether this is applicable to contractor, whether this is applicable to contractee, contractor is builder, contractee is customer. A is contractor, B is customer. Whether this AS7 is applicable to contractor as well as contractee. AS7 is applicable to contractor. Okay. AS7 is applicable to only to contractor. AS7 is not applicable to contractee. Customer books, AS7 is not applicable. Only the contractor books, it is applicable. Accounting standard 7. Okay. This is one point you have to remember for 1 mark purpose. And the next question is, as I said, this contract, construction contract is about, allocation of revenue and cost. Just now we discussed first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. He is incurring costs, sir, but related revenue how to allot. Allocate. So previously there is two method. To identify the revenue. This question mark is for identifying revenue. Okay. Identifying the revenue, two methods. One is percentage on completion method. Another method is only on completion of contract. So presently accounting standard suggests percentage on completion method only, and only on completion of contract is not there. Okay. So we have to focus only on percentage on completion method. What is this percentage on completion method, sir? How to calculate this percentage on completion method? That we will discuss now. So this percentage of completion, logically if you see, percentage of completion means what completion? Percentage of completion means what is completed. Percentage of completion means what is completed, what we are doing actually. Construction. Construction is how much is completed. How to identify that? How much is completed? We can identify by how much cost incurred, how much work completed. That we can identify by how much we spent. Because we don't know exactly, we know our revenue only at the last completion only, exact revenue. But we know how much is completed now, whether we completed ground floor, whether we completed up to first floor, whether we completed up to second floor. For that, what is cost incurred, how much cost we till incurred. Based on that only this calculation is worked out. We should know how much I spent, what is total cost, total budget, total expenditure, and out of total expenditure how much I spent till now. Based on that only this percentage of completion is arrived. Okay, so by explaining this cost incurred till date, cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred plus estimated cost to complete, plus estimated cost to complete into 100. Okay, estimated cost to complete into 100. Assume my total cost is 1000 crore. Total cost is how much? Cost is 1000 crore. Okay, out of which till now I incurred 400 crores. Cost incurred till date. Balance 600 crore yet to be incurred. Okay, now what is my percentage of completion? Tell me now, what is my percentage of completion in this case? Percentage of completion how much? Cost incurred till date how much? 400 crore divided by cumulative cost incurred. Till now we incurred up to 400 crore plus estimated cost yet to be incurred 600 crore. So 400 plus 600, 400 divided by 1000 equal to, into 100 equal to 40%. My percentage of completion is 40%. Okay, why I am arriving this percentage, sir? What is the use of arriving this percentage? Why I am arriving this percentage? I am arriving this percentage because based on this percentage only I am going to allocate the revenue. I am going to allocate my total revenue. Okay, assume in this case, in this contract, cost is 1000 crore and my revenue, total revenue is 1500 crore. Total revenue is how much? Agreed between A and B. Agreed between A and B is contract price is 1500 crore and cost estimated total cost is 1000 crore. So till now, assume this first year is over. This is first year. 400 crore is for first year. Okay. On this first year, my cost is 400 crore. On this first year, my cost is 400 crore. Okay. What is the revenue I should allocate for my first year? What is the revenue I should allocate for my first year? For that reason only this percentage of completion is calculated. My percentage of completion is 40%. So now I have to allocate some revenue based on the percentage of completion. What is my total revenue? Total revenue is 1500 crore. 1500 crore is my total revenue into 40% percentage of completion. 1500 into 40% equal to 600 crore. So my revenue is 600 crore. My cost is 400 crore. my profit will be, estimated profit will be 200 crore for the first year. For this reason only percentage of completion is calculated, this 40%, because we should have some reasonable basis to allocate the revenue over the years, over the period. Okay, that reasonable calculation, how to arrive? That reasonable calculation is arrived by calculating percentage of completion based on the cost incurred percentage. On that percentage I am allocating revenue accordingly for the years. Okay, so this is percentage on completion explanation. We will discuss further. Now you may have some doubts. What is this cost incurred? What is this cost? First of all, cost incurred. You said cost incurred. What are the costs we have to consider? Any cost directly related to construction. Any cost directly related to construction we have to consider as a, that is incurred for construction purpose. So the point is, generally you think, so if I want to do construction, what are the major things? I need materials. Without material I can't do construction. Then I need labor, correct? Then I need equipment. Equipment means I have to provide depreciation on equipment, that is also a cost. Then hiring charges, I would have hired some machineries. Then design charges, I have to pay to civil engineers, correct? Then what else? Like this, anything related directly to construction contract we have to include under the cost. Okay, so, and one more thing, there will be some income out of this construction also. There will be some income out of this cost also. For example, material is there will be some scrap material, scrap iron rods, all those things used in construction. There will be some scrap that we will sell to some local vendor. I will get some money on that. So any income, okay, that is minor income generated out of this thing should be adjusted with this cost. This cost actually. Okay, adjusted with cost means what? For example, my total cost is 10,000. I got some miscellaneous income of 100 rupees. Then what is my net cost? Total cost is 10,000 minus 100 equal to 9,900. Okay, so that is called adjustment of income. So then what else? What is the next one? What is not included? What is not included in the cost? Not included. What are the things not included? Generally, general administration cost, selling and distribution cost, okay, then depreciation on idle machineries. Idle means what? They are not using, simply they are keeping, but they are not using in the contract. But so depreciation, if anything is provided, we should not include under the construction contract. Okay, and also research and development expenses, all these things are not part of the construction contract. Okay, but there are some other expenses like insurance and construction overheads. All these things are includable in nature, should be part of the construction contract. Okay, then what is revenue? That we have to discuss now. That we have to understand what is revenue. So generally revenue in the sense, whatever you bill to customer, then also incentives. Sometimes what will happen, contractor will perform good, contractor will do the work very good. For that, contractor will pay some incentives to the contractor. That is also an income to Revenue means income for the contractor. So whatever billing is making to customer, that is revenue, and incentives also is revenue, and escalations. Sometimes what will happen? Contractor will ask some additional amount from contracting. Contractor will ask some additional amount from contracting. That additional amount is called escalation due to some reasons, due to price variation or due to some unavoidable reasons. Sometimes contractor will ask some additional money. That is called escalation from the existing price. Okay. Then also you have claims. Sometimes contractor will ask, he will say you have to pay me this amount. That is claims. Due to some reason you would have incurred some additional amount, that also you can claim from the contractee. From the customer, contractor can claim. Okay. So all these things are part of the revenue. Okay. Now the next question is, when I should recognize a revenue? When I should recognize the revenue? When I should means contractor. I am talking about contractor. When the contractor should recognize the revenue in his books of accounts. Okay. So as per AS7, revenue recognition. As per AS7, revenue recognition, not AS9. Actually, I am discussing about construction contract AS7 on that when I should recognize the revenue. Okay. What it says is, okay, you want to book revenue for the first year, second year, third year. Okay. Then the revenue, the amount should be measured reliably. The revenue amount should be measured reliably. Revenue amount should be measured reliably. That is one condition. Then the next condition is economic benefit. Probable economic benefit associated with contract will flow to the enterprises. Meaning, if I construct the building today, definitely I will get the money from you. If I construct the building, I will definitely get the money from you. It is probable that the economic benefits associated with contract will flow to the enterprise contractor. Meaning, if I construction, definitely you will pay the money. You will not fake me or you will not cheat me. Okay, that is the meaning of probable that the economic benefit. Definitely, the customer will pay the money to the contractor. Okay, that is one thing. The next thing is, contract cost and cost up to the stage of completion is measured reliably. Whatever the cost incurred for this project, that also I am able to arrive properly. Arrive properly and reliably. Okay, that is one conditions. So like this, there are 3 to 4 conditions you just go through. Why this one is, if you want to book something as a revenue, if you want to book something as a cost, these conditions you should always test whether definitely we will get this money or not, whether the amount is accurate, whether we are able to arrive the amount. First of all, it should not be something estimated amount, it should be some actual amount. Okay, that's what they are trying to say. So with this we will work out some percentage on completion method problem. One problem we will work out first, then we will discuss theory further. Okay. So problem on percentage on completion. Okay. Institute material problems, they are not testing basic level, they are testing little bit advanced level. So you should know first of all basic level problem. So percentage on completion method, percentage on completion for arriving the revenue, for identifying the revenue. Okay. Some X company, X Limited, company details, contractor, X Limited is a contractor. So cost incurred till now, cost incurred till date equal to 9,90,000. Okay, this is 1. 2 is cost to be incurred, 60,000 rupees. Okay, cost yet to be incurred 60,000, cost already incurred is 9,90,000, and the contract price is 12,50,000. Okay, So X Limited cost incurred till date is 9,90,000, cost yet to be incurred 60,000, contract price is 12,50,000. So X Limited, this is for the first year data. So we have to work out how much is the revenue for the first year. For that we should know what is the percentage on completion of work. Percentage of completion. Okay. So what is the formula? Remember the formula. Cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred till date plus cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred till date plus estimated cost yet to be incurred. Okay. Cost incurred till date how much? 9,90,000. Cost incurred till date is 9,90,000. So here cumulative cost incurred till date is also 9,90,000 because this is first year only. So 9,90,000 is cumulative cost incurred plus estimated cost yet to be incurred. Yet to be incurred cost is how much? Cost incurred till date is 9,90,000. Cost yet to be incurred is 60,000 I have given. Cost yet to be incurred is 60,000 I have given. So 9,90,000 plus 60,000, some amount will come into 100. Into 100 means it is around 94.29%. 94.29%. Correct? You please take your calculator and work out. So 94.29 is arrived. What is the next step then? Next step is preparation of financial statement. So revenue minus cost equal to profit. Correct? For the first year, I am in the first year. Revenue minus cost equal to profit. What is the revenue? Actually for the first year? That is what we have to identify. What is the cost? For the first year? Cost incurred till date. I am in first year. Cost incurred till date is 9,90,000. Okay. Cost incurred till date is 9,90,000. What is my revenue? I don't know, but I know what is the percentage of completion. 94.29%. 94.29% into contract price. Contract price is how much? 12,50,000. Contract price into percentage of completion. 94.29% into 12,50,000 equal to how much? 11,78,625. 11,78,625 should be my revenue for the first year. 11,78,625 is my revenue. 11,78,625 minus 9,90,000 cost equal to profit 1,88,625. So what is the purpose of percentage of completion? For identifying my revenue and allocating revenue for the particular period, I have to identify what is the percentage of completion. Then second year, third year we have to work out. That we will work out. So this is the purpose actually. We will discuss further. So this is the question actually taken from your material illustration 18. Question is calculate the contract revenue from the following details. So they are asking what is the revenue for the particular period. So you please remember revenue means what are the things? Billing done to the customer and also escalations, that is also a revenue. Claim made by contractor, that is also revenue. Incentive received from the contractee, incentive received from the customer, that is also a revenue. penalties, normally penalties made by customer to the contractor. If I am not following the rules, if I am not completing the building within the timeline, if I am not constructing the building within the timeline, then penalty is levied by customer to contractor. Okay, so that is like an expenses, and that should be reduced from my revenue. That should be reduced from my revenue, because something I have to receive from my customer. For example, 1000 rupees I have to receive from my customer, but he is paying only 900 rupees to me, because 100 rupees is deducted from as a penalty. So net is 900 only. Okay. So here they are asking is how to calculate revenue. What is the total revenue for the period? So here they have given first year, second year, third year. First item is what? Initial contract revenue. That is billing amount. Actual billing to the customer is initial contract revenue. 2000 rupees, 2000 rupees, 2000 rupees. First year, second year, third year. Then revenue increase due to escalation in second year. Revenue increase due to escalation in second year. So second year they have given 400 crores. Third year they have not given 400 crores, but we have to assume third year 400 crore. Okay, revenue increase due to escalation in second year. We are assuming that third year is also 400 crore is there, because answer they worked out like that, maybe missing figure or something. So 400 crore we are assuming there should be 400 crores in third year also for escalation purpose. Then what? Claims is an income or expenses to the contractor. It is an income. Contractor is claiming from contractee. Like escalation is also, contractor is doing some escalation in the contract price, and is asking from the contractee. Contractor is working out and is preparing some escalation statement and is submitting to the contractee for the revised payment. Okay. Then what is the next one? Incentive payment. Incentive payment is like motivation to the contractor. It is given by contractee to contractor. Okay. It is contractee means customer. Customer is giving incentive to contractor because he is performing well. That also there is an amount in the third year alone. Okay. And the penalty is levied by customer to contractor. Okay, penalty is levied by customer to contractor, that is contractee is levying penalty to contractor. So what is the amount? 100 rupees levied in second year alone. So this is the question. We have to calculate total revenue for first year, total revenue for second year, total revenue for third year. We will work out the answer now. So particulars, then first year, second year, third year. Okay, so what is the first one? As per the question, initial contract value. So the 2000 is given, 2000 is given, 2000 is given. Okay, then what is the next item? Escalation clause. Okay, escalation is an income or expenses to the contractor. It is an income to the contractor. There is an escalation in the contract due to some reason. There will be raw material, there is a sudden rise in raw material prices. For that contractor will escalate the price, because initially he is agreed for something. Due to some abnormal increase, he is requesting the customer to increase the prices, and he is submitting the escalation statement also. Okay, so first year nothing as per the question. Second year 400. Question, I think third year it is missing figure, we are taking it 400 again. Okay, claims is done by contractor to customer. Contractor is asking some additional claim from the customer due to we would have spent something additional. First year nil, second year nil, third year 200. It is an income. Okay, incentives, first year nil, second year nil, third year 300. It is an income for the contractor. Then penalty, first year nil I think second year 100 rupees penalty charged by customer to contractor. Customer is saying I will deduct some amount as a penalty, then balance only I will pay. So it is an expense. It should be reduced from our revenue, okay, because it is adjusted from our revenue. And what about the third year? That is also a missing figure. Assuming this is a missing figure, so assuming this is a missing figure, or there is one more way of assumption also. We can assume it as a cumulative figure, but still the question is not clear, so I am not taking that assumption here. So I am treating as an independent figure for each year, okay. So 2000 is the revenue for the first year, total revenue. 2000 plus 400, 2400 minus 100, 2300 is the second year revenue. Why minusing 100? Because it is a penalty. In third year, 2000 plus 2400 plus 200, 600, 2600, 2900 minus 100, 2800 is my revenue. So why this question actually? By this question they are testing what is revenue actually. In revenue, what all the items should be included. So revenue means it is like billing to the customer, that is initial contract revenue. If there is an escalation, that is also a revenue. And if there is a claim, that is also a revenue. If there is an incentive, that is also a revenue. If it is a penalty, we have to reduce from our revenue because it is deducted from the billing amount by the customer, okay. So with this problem is over. We'll go to the next problem. So illustration 19. This type of problem you can expect around 6 to 8 marks in examination. What is the question? Assume a 10 lakh contract. Assume a 10 lakh contract. 10 lakh contract means contract price is 10 lakh. Assume a 10 lakh contract that requires 3 years to complete and incurs a total cost of rupees 8 lakh 10,000 rupees. Okay. The following data pertains to the construction period. First of all, they are saying it is a 3 years contract and the total contract price is 10 lakh. Okay. Particulars is given. Under that, first one is given cumulative cost incurred to date. Cost incurred to date. Cumulative cost incurred. Cumulative means it includes previous year figures also. Okay. So first year starting period, how much they incurred? 3 lakh rupees. Second year, how much they incurred? Cumulative cost 7 lakh 20. Third year, how much they incurred? 8 lakh 10,000 rupees. Okay. This is cumulative cost, not for that particular year cost. Cumulative means it includes previous year cost also. Okay. Estimated cost to be incurred at the year end. Every year, what is the additional cost I have to incur? Every year, what is the additional cost I have to incur in the future? First year, come to the first year. 6 lakhs yet to be incurred on the first year. Come to the second year. 80,000 yet to be incurred on the second year. Come to the third year, nil, because contract is over on third year. So there will not be any future cost. Contract is completed on third year, so I am not going to incur anything additional because it is already completed. Third year is the last year, correct? Logically, there will not be any future cost. Then progressive billing. Progressive billing means what? Customer, this client is billed, the contractor is billed the customer. Contractor is billed the customer. Some amount, 2 lakh rupees on the first year, 7 lakh 40 on the second year, and 60,000 on the third year. Then collections of billing. Out of the billing made, I collected this much amount. First year I collected 1 lakh 50,000. Second year I collected 6 lakh rupees. Third year I collected 2 lakh 50,000. Okay. So this is the question. The firm seeks your advice and assistance in the presentation of accounts, keeping in view the requirement of AS 7. Okay. We will work out the answer now. So they have given one data and they are asking us to do whatever possible under AS 7. Okay. So we have to, they have given every year cost, every year they have given the total revenue, cumulative cost also they have given, estimated cost to be incurred in future also given, all this information is given. So we have to identify what is percentage of completion first. Every year what is the percentage of completion. Why we are identifying percentage of completion? Based on the percentage of completion, we will allocate revenue for every year. Once we allocated the revenue, we know the cost already. So revenue minus cost, profit we can arrive. Okay, that is the purpose of identifying first percentage of completion. So percentage of completion formula is what actually? Percentage on completion formula is what? Percentage of completion formula is what? Cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred till date plus estimated cost to be incurred, future cost. Okay, so this is the formula. With this we have to work out in a proper format. So particulars, first year, second year, third year. Okay, so in input material they have given some additional workings. I don't think so all those working is required, but we should know what is percentage on completion. For that, what all the information is required? We need cost incurred. And cost incurred or cumulative cost incurred. Okay, cost incurred or cumulative cost incurred, both information we need. Correct, both information we need. Cost incurred, cost cumulative incurred, cost incurred, then what you required actually? Estimated cost incurred, estimated cost to be incurred. All this information is available in the question. Information is available in the question. Okay, see in this question they have directly given cumulative cost incurred. So we need not to calculate separately cost incurred, cumulative cost incurred. Some question they will give only cost incurred for that year alone. Okay, then we have to add and we have to arrive the cumulative balance. But this question they have given directly cumulative cost incurred. So need not to be right in a two portion actually. So cumulative cost incurred for the first year how much? 3 lakh rupees. Cumulative cost incurred till date, that is total cost incurred till date 7,20,000. Cost incurred till date 7,20,000. Then cost incurred till date 8,10,000. Correct. Then estimated cost on first year how much? Estimated cost how much to be incurred? Estimated cost how much to be incurred? As per the question, 6 lakh rupees. Estimated cost yet to be incurred 6 lakh rupees. Second year how much? 80,000. Third year of course nil. Why? Because third year contract is over. You are not going to incur anything in future. Okay. Estimated cost to be incurred means it is to be incurred on the next year, upcoming years. There will not be any cost for the third year because third year contract is over. So there will not be any expenses. So this is enough for calculating percentage on completion thing. What is the formula actually? Cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred plus estimated cost to be incurred into 100. Correct? So 3 lakh is cost incurred divided by again 3 lakh. Cumulative cost incurred plus estimated cost to be incurred 6 lakh. So 3 lakh divided by 9 lakh into 100, 33.33%. Likewise here 7,20,000 divided by 7,20,000 is cost incurred till date means the 7,20,000 includes previous year cost also. Okay, incurred till date means it includes past year also. Till date means what? Whatever the year before also we have to take it. Here also cumulative cost incurred again the same 7,20,000 plus to be incurred 80,000. Estimated cost to be incurred 80,000. So 7,20,000 divided by, if you add 7,20,000 plus 80,000, 8,10,000. What is the percentage you are getting? 90% completed second year. Third year, how much is completed? 8,10,000. Third year, how much is completed? 8,10,000 is my total thing, plus divided by cumulative cost is also 8,10,000, plus estimated cost to be incurred is 0 because contract is over. So 8,10,000 divided by 8,10,000 into 100 equal to 100%. Okay. So first year 33.33% is completed, second year 90% is completed, third year 100% is completed. So with this calculation we have to work out the profit and loss account, revenue cost, we have to arrive the profit. Okay, we will work out that. So when we are working out the revenue P&L account, we have to present for the present year as well as for the past years also. Okay, cumulative figure as well as for the current year together we have to present. Okay, I just follow the input material format. Okay, so particulars, then up to the reporting period, that is one column, up to reporting period, then previous year. Up to the reporting period means it is like an what you can say, it is a cumulative figure. It is a cumulative figure. Cumulative figure up previous year, finally current year. Cumulative previous year, current year. Okay. So I am in the year 1 now. I am in the year 1. So year 1, any year, first thing is revenue minus cost equal to profit. Correct. I am in the year 1. What is my year 1 cost actually? Cost we know, it is given in the question. Cumulative cost for the first year how much? Cumulative cost for the first year how much? Cumulative means there is only one figure because there is no past, only because that is the starting year. No. So whatever the given figure we have to take it. 3 lakh rupees is my cumulative. This is for cumulative column. This is for previous year. There will not be any previous year because this is the first year. No, first year only, now only we are starting the problem. So there will not be any figures for the previous year. Only current year we have this thing and cumulative thing we will have. So what should be my revenue? What should be my revenue for the first year? What is the percentage completed for the first year? Tell me. 33.33%, correct? 33.33% into 33.33% into how much? Into what I have to multiply? Into contract price. Contract price into contract price. Okay? Into contract price. What is the contract price? What is the contract price amount? 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh. So 10 lakh into 33.33%. 3 lakh 33. Okay, 10 lakh into 33.33. Why is that 33.33% means that is AA7. Revenue is allocated based on the percentage of completion method. Percentage of completion method means what completion? Completion of work. How to identify how much work is completed based on the cost incurred. So okay, for what is the formula? Cost incurred till date divided by cumulative cost incurred till date plus estimated cost to be incurred in future into 100 equal to percentage on completion into contract price equal to 3,33,333. Okay, so my profit is this minus this equal to 33,333. Cumulative figure and current year figure will be same for the first year because this is first year. No, there is no past. So 3 lakh is my cost. Same profit will be same for cumulative as well as current year figure. There will not be any previous year figure for the first year. Okay, come to the second year now. Second year revenue again minus cost profit. Okay, revenue minus cost equal to profit. You should not work out for the cumulative first. You should work out first for previous year, then current year, then finally cumulative. Then only will get the answer easily. Previous year we can work out easily. How we can work out? Because it is available here. This current first year will be previous year for the second year. So first I will work out the previous year figure here. This one, this one, this one I am taking from here, and 3 lakh equal to double 33,333 rupees. Okay. Then we have to work out for the current year, finally cumulative years. Okay. First year same answer, so I have worked out like this. Second year, first we have to work out previous year because it is already available. Then we have to work out for the current year. Current year, how to work out, sir? What is the percentage? What is the cost incurred for the second year alone? What is the cost incurred for the second year alone? How to identify that, sir? How to identify that, sir? What is my total cost? What is the cumulative cost incurred? What is the cumulative cost incurred up to second year? What is the cumulative cost incurred up to second year? It is 7,20,000, correct? It is 7,20,000, correct? Refer the question. It is 7,20,000. So out of 7,20,000 cumulative cost, cumulative means what? It includes previous year cost also. Previous year how much cost is allocated? 3 lakh rupees. Previous year how much cost is allocated? 3 lakh rupees. So this year how much balance? 4,20,000. Second year 4,20,000, because previous year it is already 3 lakh allotted. Cumulative means it includes past year expenses also. So past year expenses is 3 lakh, so the balance 4,20,000 is the present year expenses. So the cost is arrived. So the cost is arrived. Now tell me the revenue amount. What is the percentage completed for second year? 90%, correct? So 90% completed into 10 lakh. What is my contract price? 10 lakh rupees. 90% into 10 lakh is how much? 90% into 10 lakh how much? 90% into 10 lakh how much? 9 lakh rupees, correct? 9 lakh rupees, whether it is only for second year or it is for cumulative figure. 9 lakh rupees is only for second year or which includes first year figure also. This 9 lakh revenues includes only second year or which includes first year figure also. This 9 lakh includes first year figure also, first year revenue also. What is my first year revenue? What is my first year revenue? 333 is my first year revenue. That is 3,33,333 rupees is my first year revenue. Total cumulative revenue is 9 lakh. Out of which 3,33,333 is already accounted. So 9 lakh minus 3,33,333 equal to 5,66,667. This is I am working for the current year. Okay. So 5,60,667 minus 4,20,000 equal to 1,46,000. This one. Okay. Now we can add it for cumulative figure. Cumulative, simply add previous year and current year. If you add now how much? 9 lakh. That is what we segregated here. Total cumulative is 9 lakh. What is the total cost? 3 lakh plus 4,20,000, 7,20,000. Okay. 9 lakh minus 7,20,000, 1,80,000. That is my profit. So if you add these two amount, you will get 1,80,000. Okay. These two profits if you add, you will get 1,80,000 profit. So then come to third year. Third year, revenue minus cost equal to profit. Okay. Revenue minus cost equal to profit. So after that, so revenue minus cost equal to profit. Again, do it for the previous year first. What is your previous year figure? This 566, this one minus 4,20,000 minus 1,46,667. Okay, correct or not? Percentage of completion. Percentage of completion is 100%. 100% means 10 lakh into 10 lakh. 100% is 10 lakh rupees. 10 lakh into 100% is 10 lakh rupees. So apologies for some small error actually. So we are in the previous year. Previous year means what? We are in the which year actually? First year, second year or third year? We are in third year, okay? Third year means already 2 years is over. First year is over, second year is over. That is previous years. Previous year is not only about current year. It is not previous, rather you can say prior years. You can say prior years. Prior means maybe first year, it includes whatever the years before, whatever the years, okay? So we are in the third year. Already second year is over, first year is over. So first for the second year, what is the revenue? 5,67,667, and for the first year, what is the revenue? 3,33,333. Okay, we have to add these figures and these two figures, then we have to present here. Okay, not simply previous year figure. It is not previous year figure, it is prior year figures. Whatever the years, whatever the revenue in previous year, that we have to present here. So if you add this 5,66,667 plus 3,33,333 equal to 9 lakh. Okay, 9 lakh. I am in third year, and if you add both these two costs, that is 3 lakh plus 4 lakh 20, you will get 7,20,000. Okay, so 1,80,000. Okay, 9 lakh plus minus 7,20,000 equal to 1,80,000. Then come to the current year. Total is 100% is completed. 100% is into 10 lakh, how much? 10 lakh rupees. Correct? Out of this 10 lakh revenue, already recognized is how much? 9 lakh. Out of this 10 lakh revenue, already recognized how much? 9 lakh. So balance how much is available? 1 lakh only available. Okay? So like this cost, cumulative cost incurred how much? 8,10,000. 8,10,000 is cumulative cost incurred. So on that already accounted how much? Already cost accounted how much? 7,20,000. Okay, 8,10,000 minus 7,20,000 equal to 90,000 cost for the present year. So 1 lakh minus 90,000 equal to 10,000 profit for the third year. Now we have to add the cumulative figures. 9 lakh plus 1 lakh, 10 lakh. Okay, likewise 7,20,000 plus 90,000, 8,10,000. So my overall cumulative profit is how much? Cumulative profit for the thing is 1,90,000. Okay, 1,90,000. That is based on 1,80,000 plus 10,000 equal to 1,90,000. Fine. So this is P&L account. So once again I am repeating. So first year what happened? I have to divide into three categories. One is cumulative, one is prior years, and another one is current year. So first year, I am in the first year, percentage of completion how much? 33.33% into total contract price is 10 lakh. So wherever you are writing, you can write here also or here also, both answer will be same because this is first year. Current year and cumulative figure will be same. So 10 lakh into 33.33% is 3,33,333 I have written. Minus cost incurred for the first year, it is given directly in the question. So 3,33,000 minus 3 lakh equal to 33,333. No prior year figures. So directly I will write the cumulative figure. Whatever the figure here, current year I will write it as a cumulative. Come to the second year. Second year again I have to write the first prior year figures. Prior year is how many years? I am in the second year, so there will be only 1 year. That is previous year. Okay. So previous year figure is here. Current. This I am writing here. 3,33,333 minus 3 lakh equal to 33,333. That is the prior year figure. So I am coming to the current year. 90% completion. 90% into 10 lakh equal to 9 lakh rupees is completed. That is for cumulative. That is for cumulative basis is 90% is completed. Out of which already revenue accounted is 3,33,333. So 9 lakh minus 3,33,333 equal to 5,60,667. Okay. So this minus cumulative cost incurred, this minus present year cost incurred, how much? How can I identify? Cumulative cost incurred is 7,20,000. Total cumulative cost incurred is 7,20,000 for second year. Please refer the question. Out of that 7,20,000, already accounted in previous year is 3 lakh rupees. Already accounted in previous year is 3 lakh rupees. So 7,20,000 minus 3 lakh rupees equal to 4,20,000. So if you minus this thing, you will get profit this much. Then add prior year plus current year equal to cumulative. Prior year plus current year equal to cumulative figure, you will get it. Again third year, come to the third year. Third year what happened? Again I have to write the prior year figures. Prior year figure means I am in third year. So I have to write the second year and first year figure. Second year is here, first year is the year. So add these two items, add these two revenue, you will get 9 lakh. Add these two cost, you will get 7,20,000. So you will get that profit also, 1,80,000. Then come to the current year. Current year what happened? Percentage of completion is 100%. Under 10 lakh into 100%, 10 lakh rupees only. Till previous year we accounted already 9 lakh. So the balance is 1 lakh rupees. So the balance is how much? 1 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh and also cumulative cost incurred how much? Cumulative cost incurred how much? Total 8,10,000. Out of which 7,20,000 is already accounted. 8,10,000 minus 7,20,000 equal to 90,000 will give you profit. Then add these two items, will get cumulative figures. Cumulative price is 10 lakh minus cumulative cost is 8,10,000 equal to cumulative profit is 1,90,000. Okay. So this is what required. And the next step is we need to disclose this figure in our financial statement also. We have to give some information, additional information to the shareholder, like what is the contract revenue, what is the advances amount, what is the due to customer, what is due from customer, what is the billing amount, like that we have to present. That is available at your institute material. Just go through that contract disclosure also. Okay, we'll go to the next problem. Now you may have some doubts also regarding there is some particular scenario. For example, first year, second year, third year. Okay, contract revenue, contract cost. For example, you have 50 crores in first year revenue and 40 crores contract cost. Second year you have 60 crore revenue and future cost, estimated future cost is for example you have 70 and contract revenue you can expect 50 and future cost will be 80. Okay, you are in first year. You are in first year and you know the profit is 10 crore rupees. Profit is how much? 10 crore rupees, because my revenue is 50, cost is 40. But future cost, future revenue also you know. So if you add all the thing, 50 plus 50 plus 60, how much? 160 is my revenue, total revenue. Then again 40 plus 80, 120 plus 70, 190. Total contract cost is how much? 190. My revenue, total revenue is 160. My total contract cost is how much? 190. So overall whether I am incurring profit or loss? Loss of 30. Correct or not? So revenue is 160. My total cost is 190. That is 50, 60, 50 is my revenue. Total revenue is 160. 40, 70, 80 together 190. First year, second year, third year. Okay. So what I am trying to say is you are in first year that you made a profit of 10 crore rupees. But you know the total estimated revenue, total estimated cost also. If your total estimated revenue is 50 crore, total estimated revenue is 160 and total estimated cost is how much? 190. Sir, this year I made a profit of 10 crore, but my total, if I add my total estimated revenue and total estimated cost, I am incurring loss. What I should do on the first year? What I should do on the first year? As per AS7, they are saying, if you come to know that you are going to incur loss in future, you account that loss now itself. What they are saying is, if you are come to know that you are going to incur loss in future, You account that loss in the first year itself. That's what they are trying to say. Future losses, that provision should be made in the first year itself. How can I make, sir? So your profit is 10 crore for the first year, but what is your total loss? 30 crore. So 10 crore minus 30 crore loss equal to net loss how much? 20 crore. I have to book this. I have to book this loss also, so that my net loss for the first year is 20 crore after adjusting this 10 crore profit. Okay. So this is the logic actually. If your future is estimated as a loss, if your future cost is exceeding the future revenue, then you have to account that as a loss in the present year itself. That is what AS 7 says. Okay. With this problem, this type of scenario, they are asking more than 2 problems in your material. Okay. They are testing about this area. So we will work out the answer now by going through the institute material question. Okay. So just go through this question. On 31/12/2012, Vishwakarma Construction Company Limited undertook a contract to construct a building of rupees 85 lakhs. So contract price is 85 lakhs. Okay, they have made a contract with for constructing building for 85 lakhs rupees. And 31/3/2013, 1 year is over. Company found that it is already spent 64,99,000. They already incurred 64,99,000 rupees. Then on the construction, then prudent estimate. Prudent means future. Prudent means with some reasonability I am estimating. Reasonability I am estimating additional cost of completion of 32 lakhs rupees. 32 lakhs rupees, 1000 rupees. 32 lakhs, 1000 rupees. Okay. What is the additional provision for foreseeable loss for which must be made in the final accounts for the year ended 31/3/2012 as per provision AS 7 on accounting for construction contract? So now we have to identify whether is there any loss or not. If there is a loss, what is the accounting treatment? That we have to work out. We will work out now. So what they are trying to say? They have given a question, and the question is cost incurred till date is given in the question directly. What is the amount? 64.99 lakhs. Cost incurred till date is 64.99 lakhs. Cost yet to be incurred. To be incurred in future how much? 32.01 lakhs. Okay. Total cost, estimated cost is how much? 97 lakhs. Total cost, cumulative cost is how much? 97 lakhs. Okay. So what is my contract price? 85 lakhs. Contract price is how much? 85 lakhs. What is my total cost? 97 lakhs. Total contract price is how much? 85 lakhs. Loss or profit here actually. Cost, this is my cost. This is my revenue. Actually, I should write my revenue first. My revenue, 85 lakhs. Revenue is 85 lakhs. Cost is 97 lakhs. Then what will happen? 12 lakhs. 85 minus 97 equal to 12 lakhs is loss. I am in first year only. Cost yet to be incurred is this much. But on first year, if I add my total cost and the total revenue, I am going to incur this 12 lakh rupees in future. What is accounting standard 7 says is, this 12 lakh should be accounted as a loss in the first year itself. This 12 lakh should be accounted as a loss in the first year itself. So that is foreseeable loss. Future loss should be accounted as an expense or loss in the first year itself. Okay, in the year in which account calculated itself, we have to account it. So that's what they said. When it is probable that total contract cost will exceed the total revenue, the expected loss should be, that future loss, that is expected loss, should be immediately recognized as an expenses in the current year itself. Okay, so that is what the theory you have to write. Okay, with for proper explanation and proper English, you just go through the material answer. Okay, this 12 lakh should be accounted as an expenses in the year of 31/3/2013 itself. Okay, That is the answer. So last problem of this chapter. So again this is related to future loss question actually. Forcible loss, if there is a forcible loss, estimated loss, how to account. That is the basic of this question. That is the requirement of this question actually. Contract price how much? Contract price is 1000 lakhs. That is 10 crore rupees, correct? So 1000 lakhs is the contract price. Work certified. Certified means who is certifying? When there is a construction contract, normally it is certified by engineers and technicians, okay? Surveyors will certify the work. Certified means contractor has done some work. It is certified by some technical person, expert, okay? Work certified is 500 lakhs means somebody has said that this work is performed. Work not certified is what actually? Work not certified means contractor is spent money. Contractor is spent on construction. Contractor has done some work but it is not certified means engineer is not given a signature for whether this qualify as a work or not. But actually he spent the amount. The contractor has spent the amount for the construction purpose but engineer is not yet certified the work. For our workings, both are cost incurred by contractor only. Whether if it is a work certified also, contractor is incurred cost already. Work not certified also, contractor is incurred the cost already. But the point is engineer is not given certificate that this work is performed, okay? But the expenses is made already for both the cases, okay? For our purpose, both is important. Cost incurred means both include. We have to include work certified and work not certified, okay? And estimated further cost. Estimated further cost is to be incurred in future. To be incurred in future is 495. Work not certified is how much? 105. Then what is the next one? This and all other information. Progress payment received means how much we received from our customer. Progress payment to be received is 140. Okay. So they are asking, the firm seeks your advice and assistance presentation of accounts keeping in view of the requirement of AS7. So this is the question. We will work out the answer. Always you have to test for total cost versus total revenue. Okay. If total cost exceeds total revenue, then whatever the loss should be accounted in the year it is identified itself. Okay. Foreseeable loss, future loss should be accounted in the current year itself. Okay. So with that logic only we have to solve this problem. So work certified means work uncertified. Both are cost incurred by contractor. Both is cost is already incurred. So 500 rupees incurred. 105 is also incurred by this contractor, and also future cost. Estimated cost is estimated future cost how much? 495. So add all the cost, total cost. Work certified also cost incurred by contractor, work uncertified also is incurred the cost already. This future cost is going to incur in future. So how much coming actually? 1100, correct? So 1100 is my total cost. What is my revenue? Total revenue. Total revenue is how much? 1000. Then cost, total cost is 1100, total revenue is 1000, then my loss is 100 lakhs. Total loss is 100 lakhs. So this 100 lakhs should be accounted as a loss or expenses in the first year itself. In the first year itself we have to account as this amount as a loss. Okay. So this you have to write in a proper way. Okay. This is what given in the material also. So with this this AS7 adequately covered, and you can focus majorly on percentage on completion method and also this forcible losses method. Okay. So we will discuss AS9 revenue recognition in our upcoming classes. Okay. Thank you.